Showtime feature presentation.
Live from Zen Joltis, it is the MLP World Championship presented by The Hub. This is it, folks, the season finale here at Zen Joltis. Will it be Gregory Coleman taking the title, or will it be Dylan Young making a huge come from behind win in the championship? Or will it be somebody else that takes it, like Max Skinner? Anyway, this is it, folks, the MLP Cup Series Championship, the final race of the season, the one that decides it all. And because the points are very close, all 42 drivers will start in this race instead of having qualifying races. All 42 will be in this race. So here is your starting lineup. I did give away the pole winner, but let's just go through anyway. Music, please. Starting 42nd, the 6 of Justin Perry. Starting 41st, 39 John McNamara. Starting 40th, 14 Olaf Ogo. 39th, 31 of Gene Sanford, 38, 78 DJ Kirker, 37, 30 Sky Commons, 36, 27 Leo Walker, 35th, 32 Team Pony, 34th, 22 Maxwell Vatti, 33rd, the 99 of Pichu, 32nd, the 7 of Doug S. Walker, 31st, the 34th Sawyer Black, 30th is our points leader, hoping to win the title here. Gregory Coleman starting 30th in the 20. 29th is Jake Baskinger, 42. 28th, the 29 of Charles Sanford. 27th, 1 Alex Jones. 26th, 13 Madison Denhart. 25th, 55 of Mason Wood. 24th, 15 Jack Richards. 23rd, 9 John Burton. 22nd, 11 Luke Walker. 21st, 83 Haley Hamilton. 20th, 48 of William Duncan. 19th, 16 of Bianca Roberts. 18th, 33 of Austin Ogo. 17th, 38 of Jordan Davis. 16th, the 43 of Kyle Sprint. 15th, the 10 of Chris Harley. 14th, the 88 of Austin Morello. 13th, the 47 of Bob Fergus. He is, I think, third in the points in the standings, so it's going to take a miracle for Bob Fergus to win the title. The 12th is 2 of Richard Johnson. 11th, 56 of Brad Johnson. 10th is the 87 of Stino Samonetta. 9th is the 5 of Seth Cole. 8th is the 12 of Dylan White. 7th is the 93 of Jacob Lawler. 6th is the 21 of David Rochester. 5th is the 24 Max Skinner. With 2 wins in the last 5 races, he's a huge competitor for the championship. Let's see if he tries to defend his title today. 4th is the 18 of James Vatti. 3rd is the 17th of Lindsey Johnson. 2nd is the 23 of Dylan Young, who's 2nd in the points. He needs a great race here for today and needs Gregory Coleman to DNF basically in order to win his title. And on the pole for the final season finale is the 51 of Olaf Manson. He's not much of a contender, but he's hoping to get a win here at the MLP Cup Series before the season ends. So now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
I apologize, I had to lower the volume a little bit down. It's only 20 laps, but those 20 laps are probably going to be one of the most intense 20 laps we've ever had in any series. Because a lot is left on the line here in the MLP Cup Series. And every car seems to be running fine, so we're going to have a good start like always. We're going to have a clean start like always. Wait. Oh, John McNamara's got to catch up anyway. 20-lap shootout here at Zen Joltis. Olaf Manson will lead the field. Championship hopes on the line. Last chance for anybody to make their moves to get a victory in the MLP Cup Series before the season ends. Here we go. 20 laps. Under the lights. Zen Joltis. Big wrecks coming and big finishes up as well. And the green flag is out and the season finale at Zen Joltis is underway. as you see, we're going to keep an eye on Dylan Young, Max Skinner, and Gregory Coleman. And you see Max Skinner getting on the middle of it, and now here comes the 17, Lindsey Johnson. Lindsey Johnson going for the lead. And now 4 wide for the lead, it's Zen Joltis. It's what Zen Joltis is known for. Seth Cole is trying to get the lead as well. And now Max Skinner on the way high. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Very high. Max Skinner is on the very high side. He's really crunched up with these drivers. This could be bad if they wreck. And now Dylan Young is on the very high side. Could this be good news for Greg Coleman? Oh, and there's bumping, there's beating, and they do spin around. And Dylan Young in the 24, and there's Greg Coleman, he hits a piece of it. 24 is hit, and there's Dylan Young spinning, and there's a lot of people flipping around. Dylan Young is flipping hard. There's John McNamara, there's the others, and the caution is out, and there's Pichu. Still got a lot of drivers left though. Leading the first lap it is going to be, I think, Haley Hamilton. And we just saw John Burton spinning around. There's Lindsey Johnson and gets hit by Kyle Sprint. They flip and Lindsey goes for a wild ride. And we knew that a wreck like this would happen sometime today, and it just did. And Dylan Young is in the pits, and I think this might have ended his championship. Might have ended a lot of championship hopes. So let's look at the replay in that wreck and see who is involved. So here's what happened. Young gets clipped, Vaddy, and then 93, and then there's a big pile up in the back. With so many drivers, I can't keep count. There's Max Skinner spinning in the grass. Gregory Coleman is hit. There's Dylan Young spinning. And watch Baskinger go upside down over a car. Dylan White, look at him fly. He just flew over those cars. He got hit hard, obviously. And where was Max Skinner involved in this? Oh, he got clipped. Oh, he got clipped by the 12. And the 23 and 24, how ironic. They clip each other. And how did Gregory Coleman get involved? There's Luke Walker upside down, really getting a big jump. Oh, and he gets clipped by the 30. There's Gregory Coleman getting clipped. He's the points leader heading into this. The 29 is clipped. 14, 27, 22. And wow, what a hit by Dylan White. Yikes, John McNamara's flipping and a lot of other cars are flipping. And here's the race to the line. It wasn't Haley Hamilton leading, it was the pole setter Olaf Manson. I do apologize for the little error. Wow. The wreck takes out all of the championship contenders. And it depends on how they and then depends who DNFs last and first and last to decide our champion virtually. So we're about to find out who exactly will DNF first and who will DNF the next. And that is a big factor in deciding the points. There's Olaf Manson, Olaf Manson, the pole setter. Will anybody take pit stops at this point? There's smoke coming out from the turn. And anybody taking pit stops? Yep, virtually the entire field is taking pit stops. They wanted to play it safe. Well, except for Bob Fergus, he chooses to stay out. Virtually everyone who is left from the wrecks is going to the pits, except for Bob Fergus, who is staying out. There's Bob Fergus, the 47 is staying out. And who wins the race down the pit road? We're going to fast forward a bit just to speed it up. Here's the first pit lane, and there's Olaf Manson, the pole setter, in the pits. There he is getting tired, but who will get out first? Olaf Manson might not be done. And he is done, though. He's going to get out first, and then it's Bianca Roberts, Haley Hamilton, Jordan Davis, Seth Cole, Mason Wood. And the rest follow suit. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I just heard some crash. I'm sorry, but I thought I heard a crash. I heard psh or something. I don't know what just happened. Well, it's not affecting anybody from what I see. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was a hard one. So, who is going to retire after this race? Alright, we're going to try to get back into green and we'll try to recap for you what just happened. Oh wow, Charles Sanford, Sawyer Black, and there are the others coming back up. And a lot of others a lap down, just to let you know. So, okay, here are the ones that are exactly retired, and you will see the result. John Burton, Lindsey Johnson, Pichu, Jack Richards, John McNamara, DJ Kirker, Justin Perry, Luke Walker, Jake Baskinger, and Gregory Coleman. Gregory Coleman, 35th. He retired in 35th. Hopefully that'll be enough for the title. But Brad Johnson, who is in the top, Brad Johnson, who is in the top 5 in points, is still in the race. And the question is, will Brad Johnson make a comeback to the front? Dylan White is 36th, David Rochester's 37th, Max Skinner is 39th, and that might have ended the championship hopes there. I have yet to add his points, though, so we'll see if that result will play a factor in his standing. James Vatty was 40th, Jacob Lawler 41st, and in dead last is the driver second in the points, Dylan Young. This finish is exactly what he never wanted in this track. He never wanted that finish, and he unfortunately was unlucky enough to get 42nd dead last. So I'm pretty sure that Gregory Coleman, unless Brad Johnson somehow makes a miracle in the top 5 and finishes strongly, then it might be the championship for Gregory Coleman. Coleman came in to replace Connor Breton. By the way, Gregory Coleman came in to replace Connor Breton in the 20 when Connor Breton's account was closed. So, what a lucky ride. So Greg Coleman has got to be the luckiest man on earth, I think, getting his ride from the reserves list and being patient enough to get a title. But only if Brad Johnson can hold off. But Brad Johnson is going to be a tough man to beat in the standings if Brad Johnson finishes well. Will Brad Johnson's standing be enough to win the title? We're about to find out as we're going green again with the leader, Bob Fergus. Fergus is also in the top 5 in points. If he survives here, he could also be part of the championship run. Green is out again at Zen Joltis. You see lap cars on the bottom. That's Charles Sanford. He is a lap down. So is Sawyer Black and Matty Denhart. And Bob Fergus is using the lap cars to his advantage as he's pulling away from the field easily. Lindsey Johnson is not giving up. Not an inch. She's also passing on the lap cars. Now she's caught up with the leader. 83 of Haley Hamilton. We have not seen her a lot in the top 10. She's hoping to make that change. And here comes Bianca Roberts for the lead. Her teammate Lindsey Johnson has a victory at Williams Carroll Racing, and this was the track that Aaron Williams got his Season 2 Pokemon Cup Series Championship here. So we'll see if Bianca Roberts can inherit his luck here at Zen Joltis and get a win. And now, but she has to face off against a tough Haley Hamilton for the lead, for second. Still all about Bob Fergus. If Bob Fergus can hang on here and possibly lead the most laps and still hang on to win, then he might just be a championship then he might just steal the championship away from Greg Coleman. So it is not over yet. So the championship race is not over yet. And the other championship contender, Brad Johnson, is now in 10th. A little far out from the leader. He's got to have to pick up the pace here if he wants to contend for the title. And now in 83 of Haley Hamilton, she's catching up on the 47. Bianca Roberts, though, wants to get it first. And she will. Bianca Roberts for the lead, and she's got it. But now Doug S. Walker's on her bumper. And we're literally on the bumper, bump drafting her to the front. But will the 7 make a move? And I don't know. I don't think so. Jordan Davis is now playing in the picture. And it's Jordan Davis. Gonna be battling for second. And now we head on to the stripe, and Lindsey Johnson and Bianca Roberts will take the lead, but Jordan Davis coming up on the bottom. And here comes Jordan Davis for the lead. And Jordan Davis got it, and now Doug S. Walker is now in second. Mason Wood is looking to get back in the front. And so is the 47. The 47, Bob Fergus, is back in the top 5, but how long will that be? And it's not gonna, it doesn't look like too long though, because he's stuck on the very high side. And he will be on the high side, and that's not where you want to be. Jordan Davis pulling away here from the front. And the one of Alex Jones looks to make a move. Seth Cole on the bottom here for third. He also is looking to make his move. And now the 1 and 5 are trying to catch the 38. And now on the bottom, and look at Alex Jones get a good run on the outside. Alex Jones, with help from Seth Cole, gets a good run and takes the lap away from Jordan Davis. What a move by the 1. Still have a ton of racing. We're almost halfway done. And Alex Jones is now the leader. Seth Cole will be second following. But look at Jordan Davis. He's going to try to make a run again. Bob Fergus is back in. Is outside the top 5. He's looking to get back in the top 5 and hope for a championship contention. And as for Brad Johnson, little update, he's still 10th. And because of the damage he sustained, I think, then I guess he won't be going any farther than 10th. Any further than 10th. Jordan Davis, he gets a clipping on the 47. Wow, that was a save. And now the 83, Haley Hamilton's back in the contention as Alex Jones still hanging on. And now Bob Fergus is back in the top 5. Bob Fergus looks to get second away from the 83, and he will. If Bob Fergus can stay in the top 5 again, he'd be a good championship contender, and he would take Gregory Coleman's championship away. But he's got 11 laps to do so. Still plenty of time for any of these drivers to make their moves to the front end. Change the outcome of this race. And it's Jordan Davis for the lead. And now here comes Bob Fergus looking to get the lead back, and he will. Haley Hamilton following suit for second. As the other field is pulling away from the other drivers. But it might not be long, though. And here comes Haley Hamilton. She wants a piece of the lead as well. Either she's trying to prevent Bob Fergus from winning the title, or she's trying to get a win for herself. And either way, she's racing hard. Side by side, as we have a side-by-side battle for top 5 spots. Alex Jones is looking to get back in the lead as he's on the bottom. And now they're making it 3 wide for second. Bob Fergus clears him as Haley Hamilton could not make the move. And it might be another lap for Bob Fergus. He'll lead in the books. And it'll be 10 laps to go. We're just 10 laps away from deciding our winner, and Bob Fergus will pit. And Bob Fergus chooses to pit at the wrong time, at like possibly one of the worst timing ever. Well, he did choose to stay out he did choose to stay out earlier in the wreck, and now Bob Fergus is around, and Bob Fergus could not avoid the jumping. Wow, what a twist of events. Bob Fergus could not avoid jumping. Oh man, what heartbreak for the 47. He was about to get to pit road. He missed his pit stall anyway, though. He's trying to jump his way up to the front. Oh, what a tough way to lose a championship, maybe. Oh, man. Caution will be out for Bob Ferguson. It's got to be gut-wrenching for the 47. And he's upside down in the pits. Oh, boy. Slow and painful death. Yikes. And leading to the stripe, it's either Bianca Roberts or Alex Jones. Or maybe even Seth Cole to the stripe. And it's probably going to be Bianca Roberts, and it will be Bianca Roberts leading to the stripe. And Bob Fergus is retired from the race. Tough break for the 47 team. They were in contention, and then they flipped. Wow. Little bit of good news for Brad Johnson. He is the only championship contender left. The only driver in the top 5 point standings, I think, left. He's in 9th. But with damage he suffered, it looks like it's going to take a miracle for Brad Johnson to make a move to the front. And here's what happened to Bob Fergus. He was trying to get in the pits and he couldn't find his pit stall, and this happened. All this happened. Here it is again. You see Bob Fergus on the bottom right. There he is jumping around. And there he is jumping to the road, and he cannot avoid the jumping. And look at Brad Johnson. He avoids him. He avoids Brad Johnson. No, Brad Johnson avoids the 47. What a move by the 56. And that'll save his championship hopes for at least a few more laps. There's Bob Fergus jumping again. He couldn't avoid the jumping. As Zen Joltis is unpredictable here, you never know who's going to be affected by the jumping. And Bob Fergus was unfortunately one of those victims. And there he is flipping in pits, upside down. Heartbreak. Just simple heartbreak. Wow. It just changed. Well, this changes probably everything. Oh boy, we're almost done with this race, and oh boy. We're almost done, folks, ladies and gentlemen. And everyone is pitting except for Charles Sanford. With a few laps left, we'll see if Sanford's strategy will pay off. No. Sanford is 1 lap down. No, actually, everyone who stayed out are a lap down, so not much of a factor here. But whoever comes out of pit lane first will be the leader to the stripe. Maybe. Because we're going to have less than 5 laps to go when they get the green again. So this means that pit stops are crucial. Whoever comes out first is going to be the leader. And who comes out first? And it's going to be Seth Cole. Seth Cole will come out first. And look at these cars bunched up together. Seth Cole will be out first, and he'll be the leader to the stripe. Wow. And Jordan Davis is following. Bianca dropped to 3rd. Alex Jones and Doug S. Walker make up your top 5. What pit strategy for Seth Cole to get up in the front. Nice job. And now we're just a few laps away from claiming our champion. And what happened to Bianca Roberts? Something went wrong on the 16. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm gonna able to find out, but nope, not gonna be able to find out. But she was an unlucky victim of the bouncing glitch, and unfortunately, that'll take her out of hopes of a victory. Oh boy, like I said, Zen Joltis, you never know. You never know which driver is gonna be affected by the jumping glitch, and that, unfortunately, she was one of them. So Seth Cole doesn't have to worry about Bianca Roberts, but he does have to worry about Jordan Davis, Alex Jones, Doug Walker, Haley Hamilton, the others. And Chris Harley, we just got word he's retired with a header problem, so he also was a victim as well. Basically, only the top 10 are left. I repeat, only the top 10 drivers are left on the lead lap. Don't know how the others got a lap down, yeah, because of damage, but well, only the top 10 are left. And Team Pony, Sanford, and Comets also were victims of the jumping, and so is Wood and Roberts. Manson is taken out again, and now we're gonna get back under green. 5 laps to go here in the championship race. It's definite that the next caution will end the race, so every move is critical. Green is out again at Zen Joltis. Seth Cole with the lead. He already has a victory in the series. He's looking to get another one here. With most, if not all, championship contenders out, it's pretty much a clean streak from here. There's Brad Johnson, the only probable championship contender left. And there's Olaf Manson. She also could be a champion contender I might not even know about. And Brad Johnson on the high side, it's going to take a miracle for him to get in the top 5 and get into contention. But he's going to try. He will try. And now 3 wide for the lead with Haley Hamilton, Alex Jones. Everyone's fighting for the win. It's going to be very close. I can tell you that. 38 of Jordan Davis on the bumper, 83. And now the fight off the next turn, and Jordan Davis makes his move to the front. And Jordan Davis gets the advantage on the bottom. And we'll have 4 to go on the stripe. Next caution ends the race. And to the line, it's going to be Jordan Davis. But Alex Jones will take the lead the next lap. And here comes Haley Hamilton for second. And Haley Hamilton is going to get second away. Olga is looking to also be in contention. And Brad Johnson might be out of this race here at 9th, but a top 10 finish might be enough to get him up, propel him up in the points. We will see. Alex Jones has a comfortable lead over the others, but I wouldn't say for long because there's the other competitors. They're going 3 wide. 3 wide. That's pretty dangerous. And if they do wreck out Brad Johnson, if he avoids it, he might just be in the top 5. And they didn't wreck out. They didn't wreck out. Sorry about that. Doug S. Walker in the 7. He's on the bottom of the 1 of Alex Jones. It'll be 3 to go here at Zen Joltis. Will anybody catch Alex Jones? And somehow the 56 was able to pass the 33 of Austin Ogo. He's now in 8th. Every move is critical. Every position is critical at this point. And now the 38 Jordan Davis is going for 3rd. And he'll take 3rd away from the 5 of Seth Cole. And now he's trying 2nd for the 7. And Alex Jones, that could be good news for him as he's pulling away easily. And now the 38 Jordan Davis will get 2nd. Seth Cole gets contact. And from the 7, and he's forced up high. Alex Jones a comfortable lead, but will it stick? And Olaf Manson's back in as a bumper. And now look at this. Brad Johnson's passing on Doug S. Walker. And he will. And there's the lap car, Maxwell Vatty. We're not sure if they're going to be able to catch up to him. Uh-oh. Alex Jones, Jordan Davis. And Jordan Davis got a run on the high side. 2 laps to go. Jordan Davis had a run on the high side. What a move. Everyone, they're all over the place. Now Leia and now Doug S. Walker makes the pass. No, he cannot. He almost did. 3 wide for second. Seth Cole hanging on to second, but Alex Jones is coming up strong. Leia Walker is also trying to become a contender. And they're catching up to Maxwell Vatty, the lap car. Will he play a role in the lead if they do catch up? I don't see him right now. And here comes Seth Cole, and oh, Seth Cole gets a bump on Jordan Davis. Davis tried to slam him, but Seth Cole, he said, no way, I get the lead. 2 laps to go. Every move is critical. Like I said, Leia Walker is back in the contention. Where did she come from? And I don't think that's not going to probably be for long. And now the white flag will be displaying. And the white flag is out. 1 lap to go for these drivers to make their moves at Zen Joltis. And there's the white flag. 1 to go. Haley Hamilton making the move on the bottom. He's got it. She's got it. Or does she? And and now Alex Jones is making the move for the lead. And Alex Jones makes the move. Or does he? Oh, side by side. They're still side by side battling. And there's Brad Johnson getting a little bit more. But that's probably going to be it. And now Seth Cole, and now Alex Jones lost his grip. And I think that might have just done it. Oh no, Maxwell Vatty lap car, and they come for the lap car, and he'll get through Seth Cole. What a shocking turn of events. And they wreck Seth Cole and the other competitors. What a miracle. Can you believe it? Maxwell Vatty just might have decided the winner. And coming off the final turn, and in a stunning turn of events, Haley Hamilton is going to win the season finale at Zen Joltis, and Brad Johnson's going to get a top 5 finish after all. Wow, what a stunner. I can't believe it. I really cannot. Maxwell Vatty just ruined Seth Cole's chances of victory there. What just happened? I can't believe what just happened. I thought we were not going to see Maxwell Vatty in the lap car, but, well, we did see him, and he did cause chaos. So here's the final lap wreck. Oh boy, was it disappointing for Seth Cole. He gets into 22, and then clips him, spins him. Jordan Davis, Ogo, and Leia Walker were victims in that wreck. And the others, that are usually slow cars, made it through the top 5. A miracle for Brad Johnson, who needed a top 5 finish to stay in contention. And he did, in just the weirdest way possible. Oh my goodness. And Haley Hamilton is going to be ecstatic. She's won this race on a wreck in the final turn on the final lap. Wow. What a way to win a race. I just cannot believe the results. And there's Haley Hamilton to the stripe. She takes the checkers. Sorry. Anyway, the top 10 is Haley Hamilton, Doug S. Walker, Austin Ogo, Brad Johnson, Alex Jones, Jordan Davis, Leia Walker, Ogo, Seth Cole, and Charles Sanford, the top 10. And you see the rest of the field wrecked out, including Dylan Young, who finished 42nd, ending his championship hopes. And there's the points leader, Greg Coleman, 35th, Max Skinner's 39th. And other notable, Bob Fergus is 23rd. Oh man, is this gonna be a little tough to decide who will be the champion? So stay tuned, guys. We will find out who the champion will be. So stay tuned, guys. Alrighty then, it's time to find out who is your champion for Season 2 of the MLP Cup Series. First off, on the ones with the multiple schemes, I added up the total of the 11 of Luke Walker, and he has 2,039 points. So he's currently he would be 16th in the standings. The 24 Max Skinner, as it turns out, wasn't really a contender to begin with. He had 2,121 points in total of all 3 schemes. He finished 12th in the points. The number 2 of Richard Johnson, another guy with multiple schemes, he finished with 1,752 points, finishing 34th in standings. Chris Harley in the 10 finished with 2,279 points. That would be 4th in the standings. He moved to the top 5 in standings. So nice job for him in the 10. The Olga in the 14 finished 2,204 points. That is 8th in the standings. And finally, Austin Murillo finished with 1,977 points. That's 21st in the standings. So those are the drivers with multiple schemes in the standings. That would mean Kyle Sprint would be 42nd, Sawyer Black would be 41st, and Peachy would be 40th. Yeah. And I'm not going to explain you much. Here are the drivers that are listed from the other drivers that finished in the standings. Just keep in mind about those, and just keep in mind that it might be one position higher or lower, because I already mentioned who the multiple schemers' points, where they would be at. So anyway, here's your top 10 in points, the moment you've been waiting for. And Jean Sanford, just an honorable mention for Jean Sanford, she's actually 11th in points with 2,152, as she was knocked out of the top 10 by Chris Harley in 4th. So Harley would be 4th in the equivalent. Anyway, in 10th, the real 10th place driver is Charles Sanford. In 10th place is the 29 of Charles Sanford with 2,169 points. Didn't get a victory, but he got 2 top 5s, a pole and a top 10. In 9th, it was the 47 of Bob Fergus, who finished 2,198 points and had 1 win in his resume with 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. In 8th is the 5 of Seth Cole with 2,220 points, who has had a victory, 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s. In 7th is the 39 of John McNamara, 2,226 points, who has a pole, a victory, and 3 top 5s. The 5 is John Burton. The 6th is John Burton. 6th is John Burton, who finished 2,256 points, has 1 pole, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s. And 4th is actually Chris Hart, and 5th is Dylan Young. 5th is Dylan Young in the 23, dropped to 5th, 2,261 points. Not a single victory, but 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s. Gotta be happy with that. And as mentioned, Chris Harley was 4th. I already mentioned that. In 3rd, it was Team Pony with 2,285 points. Had no wins nor poles, but 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s. So it's nice to see them racing well. And now, who is 2nd? And the driver who came in 2nd was Gregory Coleman in the 20, who just came up just short and had that wreck cost him the championship. It's a shame too, unfortunately, but he ran really well, and then the last races he just choked. Tough break for the 20. It looks like they'll have to come back next season. They'll have to retry again next season for a harder shot. So I guess Coleman, we got to give him a big hand for just at least trying to be in contention, and he isn't. He was, and he tried, and he just couldn't. It just was unlucky for him. So he finished with 2,308 points, 62 behind the winner, with 1 pole, 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 8 top 10s. Tough break for the 20, but oh well. And now, your Season 2 MLP Cup Series champion is the 56 of Brad Johnson. Congratulations to the 56 of Brad Johnson on winning the MLP Cup Series championship. for Season 2. So, what a comeback for Brad Johnson. He overcame a 100-plus point deficit in the last 3 races to conquer the title by 62 points over Coleman. Wow, I was stunned too. Another stunner here. And just like Max Skinner, he did it without a victory. So for the second straight year, for the second straight season, the MLP Cup Series champion never won in his championship season. So it is the second straight year in which the champion of the MLP Cup Series did not have a single victory this season. Max Skinner did it last year, and now Brad Johnson does it here this year. He finished with 2,370 points, 4 top 5s, and 6 top 10s. Wow, remarkable. Anyway, here is your leaders. If you were curious on who led the polls, it was a 2-way tie for 2 polls between Doug S. Walker and Max Skinner. It led with 2 polls. Oh no, Max Skinner actually had 1, so Max Skinner is actually the sole leader with 3. Max Skinner won 3 polls, so the defending champion had some. So at least the defending champion led the polls in the. So that last season's champion led the polls this year with 3. I must have made a mistake there. I apologize. I'm sorry. 3 polls for Max Skinner will have him sole possession of the polls. Of the polls. The most wins went to Gregory Coleman with 3 victories in his name. And it's a shame too because he's second in the points. John Burton, William Duncan, and Max Skinner were the only other drivers with multiple victories this season. John McNamara, Seth Cole, Bob Fergus, Gene Sanford, Lindsey Johnson, Jake Baskinger, Jack Richards, Jacob Lawler, Haley Hamilton, Justin Perry went home with wins this season. With a win this season. Leading top 5s was Gregory Coleman in the 20 with 7. Again, a shame because he led top 5s and wins. Dylan Young had 6. John Burton and Cole 5, and Ogo 5. And the Ogo, let me see if I think I might have mistaken the Ogo. She might have had more. No, she didn't have more under multiple schemes, so. Anyway, so it is 8 between Coleman and Young with 8. Yeah, I was right. And then the top 10 leader was John McNamara, believe it or not. 9 of the 20 races he finished in the top 10. And how McNamara was never a contender, I have no idea. Coleman, Young, and Cole, and Jordan Davis finished in the top 10 8 times already. Burton with 7. And the fewest DNFs, these don't count because they have multiple schemes. Fewest DNFs in terms was Brad Johnson with 5 DNFs. He was the only driver after 5 races, I think, without a DNF. He was the last remaining driver without a DNF this season. And I guess that's contributed to his success in the championship run. Team Pony, Dylan Young, Burton, Sanford, Denhart had 6. Yikes. And the laps completed, the most laps completed was Charles Sanford, the 29, with 446 laps completed 85% of the season. Most laps led was 47 with Greg Coleman. And most races led was believe it or not, I added up and it was the 10 of Chris Harley. There's 5 races led for the 10 here, and if I could find 1 race led for the 10, somewhere around here, right here. That's 1 race led right there. So it's a total of 6 races led in the season. So that's how much he led. So anyway, congratulations to the 56 of Gregory Coleman. He took the championship away from... No, the 56 of Brad Johnson. I apologize. So the congratulations to the 56. If I could find his scheme. Right here. Congrats to the 56 of Brad Johnson on taking the MLP Cup Series Season 2 championship. He has done it again, and he's won it without getting a single victory, like Max Skinner did last year. So, what a way to win a title for Brad Johnson. Anyway, the next series I'm doing will be having all races will be on the TA2 channel, the account second. It'll be the NR 2003 10th Anniversary Tour. All 36 races with original Cup cars and some famous NR 2003 YouTubers will be in this series, so I can't wait to do it. Anyway, and about the Pichu and Ponypalooza, I will set up the field very soon, and eventually we will have the Pichu and Ponypalooza for you soon. So expect it around early to mid-February or something like that. Yeah, somewhere there. Anyway, so expect that early to mid-February for the Pichu and Ponypalooza, the second annual. Anyway, congrats to Brad Johnson on his championship run, and this is the account second here. I thank you for watching this all races on the Pichu Walker channel, and we hope to see you again next season, season 3. So this is the account second here. I'll see you later. Congratulations, Brad Johnson, on the championship.